Good morning, students. Previous day I told you about per capita income and other goals for the development of the country. Today I will tell you income and other criteria. Means you know that when people want to work anywhere, that time they always not think about the money. Means people not only think for better income but also have goals such as security, respect and other equal treatments like freedom or respect. Similarly, when we think of a nation or a region, we may besides average income think of other equally important attributes like if you see this table, you can see that Punjab, Kerala and Bihar are having different per capita income. And here if you see this table, you can see Punjab, Kerala, Bihar is having infant mortality rate different wise, literary rate and net attendance ratio for class 1 to 5 is different. So these things also we consider when we judge for the development of a country. Roughly we can take that per capita income of a state. We find that of the three, Punjab has the highest per capita income and Bihar is at bottom. This means that on an average, a person in Punjab earned rupees 26,000 in 1 year, whereas on an average, a person in Bihar would earn only around rupees 5,500. So, if per capita income were to be the used as a measure of the development, Punjab will be considered the most developed and Bihar the least developed. But beside this, also we have to count other things. That is infant mortality rate, literacy rate and education. This also counted for the development of a country. The per capita of income is much more than Kerala. Okay, but just think if the parents of everyone is so happy when a child born. But if the celebrate of that child first birthday could not be celebrated and it will die before than that, how painful it must be for that parents. So the year when it is happening, it is very much painful for a country. That's why we will see the public facilities. So here we will count that money in our pocket cannot buy all the good things. Money cannot buy all goods and services that we may need to live well. So income by itself is not a completely adequate indicator for material goods and services the citizen able to use. That is, normally our money cannot buy the pollution-free environment and unadulterated medicine unless we can afford the shift to a community that already has all these things. Money may also not be able to protect us from the infectious disease. Actually, many of our important things in life is the best way, also the cheapest way, is to be provided these goods and services collectively. So, for the development of a country, it should be the education, the country should be educated, country should be well healthy and the country is more literate. So, these things must be counted. So, here Kerala has a low infant mortality rate because it has adequate provision of basic health and educational facilities. Similarly, in some states like public distribution system functions well. If some public distribution shops, ration shop does not function properly, in such places the people are able to get the problem rectified. Health and nutritious status of the people of such state is certainly like to be better. Next comes sustainable development. What is sustainable development? Suppose for the present that the particular country is quite developed. We would certainly like this level of development to go up further for at least be maintained for future generation. If everything we will completely destroyed, or if we enjoy and our future generation will not enjoy anything, then our development is not possible. Like, see here, since the second half of the 20th century, a number of scientists have been warning that the present type and the level of development are not sustainable. Groundwater, for example. Groundwater is an example of renewable resources. These resources are replenishable by nature as in the case of crops and plants. However, if it will be destroyed in the present generation, then the future generation will use what? They have to face for the crisis of water. For example, in the case of groundwater, if we use more than what is being replenished by rain, then we should be overusing these resources. So we should save water that we know. Non-renewable resources are those which will get exhausted after years of use. We have a fixed stock on earth which can be replenished. We do which cannot be replenished. We do discover new resources and we did not know of earlier new sources. In this way added to the stock. However, over the time, even this will exhaust it. Thank you.